Bars is back. Sam Ant. Oh God. What's up with you? Hip hop uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip hop uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving Sam Ant riding passenger side, and you heard it out the mouth of the greatest rapper.
On a serious note, though, how did his death affect you? How did you hear that news, and how did that get to you?
Oh man, that shit was like somebody punched me in my chest with an iron fist. Because prior to it, we was having some miscommunications, and he put me. I had a partner that was down with me. I bought in the game, and he kind of like grouped us up because he was part of my. I ain't gonna say he was my hype man because he was a UGK posse member, but he would back me up on stage. So he and I was having some miscommunications about some bread, and he misspoke about some shit that just wasn't true, and he brought it to Pimp. And when he brought it to Pimp, I was hot. So I went and told Pimp, like, damn, dog, how could this shit be true if it laid out like this? So once Pimp heard it, and we all three was in the same room present, and dude, retracted what he said, Pimp was mad at both of us. But he was so busy. I'm a grown man too, so I know, like, if a nigga ain't an asset, a nigga is a liability. So if niggas is bringing you inner circle drama and mess and shit while you focusing on all these major moves, like, man, y'all take that shit back to the hood. So I was mad at my partner because I was trying to coach him all along to show him how to move. Like, don't bring Pimp every little small thing. This man knocking down doors. I remember that. I was going handle some business. Then I was going to his mama house. I was at a print shop, and nigga say, sorry to hear about your brother. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he like, man, I heard Pimp died. I'm, man, get off my phone with that bullshit. And so I called mama, and she say, baby, he gone. And I'm like, man, come on, dog, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I really, at first, I thought it was like some street shit popped off.
Right.
And then when I drove to her, man, I went in through the back like I normally did. And when I walked in the kitchen, that's where we normally would meet up and do whatever. And when she grabbed me, man, she held me for probably about 25, 30 minutes crying. My motherfucking shirt from here all the way down, nigga, was wet. You know what I mean? And we both just holding each other, and it's just unbelievable.
So his official cause of death, they list as accidental cough medicine overdose, and they say he had sleep apnea. One, how do you feel about the conspiracies? There's a lot of conspiracies around his death. I know you probably heard them over the years. How do you feel about that?
I think it's close to somebody did tamper with my man and take him out the game. I don't think the sleep apnea did it because I got sleep apnea, and it's been years that I didn't even know I had sleep apnea. And I've done, a lot of different things. I'm taller than him, and I'm a bit more was a bit more active, but it's plenty of times I've went to bed full of this and that, and I remember sometimes feeling like I'm choking in my sleep because you actually stop breathing and shit. And so, but it never been, that tragic or close to tragic. So I don't think he just died off no cough syrup and no sleep apnea.
Wow. Yeah, that's deep.
Mama didn't think so either.
Oh no?
Wow. So what was the official cause? What was it? It was the accidental overdose, right? Is that what they're saying? And that's what they're going by? And
that's sleep apnea.
That's sleep apnea.
Yeah. That's that rock and roll shit. Every damn near prominent vocal artist that make a statement in this game, they make a junkie out of him, and he died from this. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to ask you that. How do you feel about that? Because at that time, he almost became the poster child of, this is why rappers, you don't do lean, because this happened. See what happened to Pimp C. It was all over the place. It's almost like a campaign on the shit. How do you feel about that?
Personally, I had to detach myself from a lot of stuff because it's bigger. It's bigger than us. It's bigger than Chad Butler. Like, his persona took off, you know what I'm saying, incredibly, but at the same time, that individual is still human and still experiencing everything else that a human experience. So we can't chase all these how could I say, these rockets that's taking off. Like, niggas is gonna say any and everything, but I learned back in the day just to detach myself from certain shit so my emotions won't be all over the place, because you know I'm a father of 4 children. I'm like a pinnacle in my family. When I'm amongst my peers, you know what I'm saying, niggas look to me for leadership. So I can't be filled with hoes and mine all over the place. Or who am I? I need some motherfucking leadership, which I'm not saying I don't follow people, but you want to keep your emotions and your mind intact. So you just don't go with everything you see and hear.
Right.
So your last, however, 2 years, 2 weeks, a lot of people say they have premonitions that they know they're going to, pass away. Talk about Tupac, Biggie, and other people. Do you feel like or sense that he may have known that his demise was near, or do you think it totally caught him off guard?
I think a conversation surprised me about that, because what I witnessed was a very driven individual that was working around the clock. Excuse me. I don't know if he felt like he was playing catch up, or it was just so good that he was getting it, because what I started to see was Bun was more structured. Bun was approaching that shit like a G, like he was on time, he was spending time doing this. He was compartmentalizing.
Right.
Pimp was all over the place. Pimp was picking. Nah, let me quit. Damn, boy. Hey, boy. You know what I'm saying? I damn near slipped up. He did. But he'll be over here fucking around doing some shit ain't got to do with shit. And this motherfucking magazine shoot over here, Bun waiting on him and shit. He over there fucking off and shit. And I'm over there, so I'm hearing both sides, and I'm calling him like, nigga, when you come, nigga, fuck you. I get there when I get there. Yeah. Them hoes can't do shit without me anyway. Hold up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's so Bun, like, what he saying? I'm not gonna say he said fuck y'all whenever I get there. You know what I'm saying? So he was kind of like going hard and staying up 2 days, and like he trained me how to stay up for like 2 days in a row. I've done 24 hours, but how productive am I gonna be staying up 48 motherfucking hours? I'm a zombie walking through this bitch.
Wow.
But when that nigga used to hit that bed after 48 hours or better, that nigga slept like a rock.